Tôi Trinh rất vui được chào đón quý vị đang theo dõi chương trình Đồng Tiền Thông minh trên kênh truyền hình FBNC. Thưa quý vị, với điều kiện sống cũng như là nhu cầu phát triển ngày càng cao thì người Việt chúng ta ngày càng mong muốn tìm được những cơ hội đầu tư tại nước ngoài để gia tăng lợi nhuận. Trong đó thì Hoa Kỳ luôn được nhắc đến như là một trong những nơi mà có môi trường sống lẫn môi trường kinh doanh đầy sức hút đối với rất nhiều người. Và để bắt đầu câu chuyện ngày hôm nay thì chúng tôi mời quý vị theo dõi một đoạn video clip ngắn sau đây.
California, tiểu bang ven biển phía Tây Hoa Kỳ, là vùng kinh tế trọng điểm lớn thứ 7 toàn cầu. Thời tiết ấm áp cùng sự đa dạng văn hóa cũng là một trong những điểm thu hút của tiểu bang đông dân nhất nước Mỹ. Trong bối cảnh kinh tế toàn cầu đối mặt với nhiều lo ngại trong thời gian qua, California gây bất ngờ cho không ít người khi công bố hình thành 2 dự án quy mô bậc nhất tại những vùng kinh tế trọng điểm của khu vực. Đầu tiên là khu đô thị mới San Francisco Shipyard, bao gồm khu nhà ở và các tiện ích kèm theo tại thành phố San Francisco. Dự án được thi công bởi công ty xây dựng lớn thứ 2 nước Mỹ, One. Trong khi đó, tại thủ phủ bang California là khu phức hợp vui chơi giải trí, trung tâm thi đấu thể thao Sacramento Kings Golden One và khu đô thị vệ tinh. Cả hai dự án đều có vốn góp của chính phủ hai thành phố Sacramento và San Francisco. Việc hình thành dự án ở San Francisco, thành phố năng động, giàu có bậc nhất, và thủ phủ Sacramento, vốn còn được biết đến qua danh tiếng của câu lạc bộ bóng rổ nhà nghề nước Mỹ Sacramento Kings, là một bước đi khôn ngoan của công ty Golden Gate Global, đơn vị đầu tư và quản lý chuỗi dự án. Bởi bên cạnh triển vọng phát triển có thể nhìn thấy được, thì tính an toàn cao được hình thành bởi sự trợ lực, đặc biệt là về tài chính của chính quyền thành phố, cũng là một trong những điểm sáng khiến nhà đầu tư nước ngoài dành nhiều sự quan tâm cho hai dự án này.
Quý vị vừa được theo dõi một đoạn clip ngắn giới thiệu về hai dự án đầu tư tiềm năng tại thành phố San Francisco của nước Mỹ, một trong những thành phố năng động và phát triển bậc nhất thế giới. Cơ hội đầu tư, triển vọng phát triển và với những thách thức từ hai dự án này như thế nào thì mời quý vị đến với cuộc trò chuyện giữa chúng tôi với hai vị khách mời của chương trình Đồng Tiền Thông minh kỳ này. Well, I have the honor to introduce both of you to our audience today. We welcome Ms. Cindy Chen, attorney of Frac Women Worldwide, and Mr. Jason Brown, Senior Vice President of Business Development Asia Pacific of Golden Gate Global. Welcome both of you to our show today. We have just showed the audience the short clip about the two investment projects in San Francisco. Now, Jason, can you just give us a little bit more detail about these two projects?
Sure. So the two projects are both located in the state of California. One is located in Sacramento, California, which is the state capital, and is a downtown commons area which includes a brand new arena for the NBA Sacramento Kings. And that project is being built by the city of Sacramento as well as individual investors from around the world. And in San Francisco, we have a housing development project which is being created in San Francisco, where Candlestick Park, which was a famous baseball and football stadium, was. And that project is being created in San Francisco over the next decade, building many, many homes.
And how about the potential in terms of attracting investors into these projects? What are the benefits? Can you just give us a glance about these two projects?
Sure. Well, in the San Francisco project, the benefits are that you're investing in with the city of San Francisco and a world-class development company by the name of Lennar Homes that develops homes all over the United States. Very successful, dynamic company, extremely well run. In Sacramento, you're investing again with the city of Sacramento, who put this project as a very important initiative in the city because they wanted the NBA Sacramento Kings to have a brand new state-of-the-art stadium. And then wrapped around it is a mixed-use hotel, office, and shopping area.
And Cindy, based on what Mr. Jason has just shared with us, and from your experience, how can you elaborate? How can you evaluate the potential of these two projects in terms of attracting investors?
Well, San Francisco and California, I mean, San Francisco is a world-class city. I think everyone likes to visit it. People are familiar with it. And having a downtown residential project is very unique. San Francisco is not very big, and actually growing residential property like that is a very, very unique opportunity. And especially, you know, a National Basketball Association project like that, I think people, you know, are familiar with basketball teams, and it's a big brand name project that people are very interested in. So I think investors, just based on these factors alone, probably would have a lot of interest.
But to talk more about the benefits that the investors would get.
Sure. Obviously, you know, one of the things investors can do once they invest in the United States is potentially visit and potentially stay. So, you know, there's a lot of side benefits to actually making investments into the United States that allow foreign people to actually be able to have a little bit more access to the United States. So that's really one of the benefits a lot of people look for when people outside the U.S. are making investments like this.
But when you talk to potential investors, of course, that they would have certain concerns about the projects and about the future investments that they would want to put their money in. So basically, what investors' concerns about, Mr. Jason?
From my experience, what we have seen is that investors are looking for both well-financed projects and the security associated with them. My personal experience here in Vietnam is that I've worked with many investors who are interested in becoming global citizens, working both here and overseas, just like people in America invest here in Vietnam. So the whole idea is to give them an opportunity to have a rate of return, but then also to give them the benefits to be able to be in America if they want, because they have now made an investment inside of the United States.
So Cindy, how would you elaborate on it? Because
Tháng 2 năm 2016, câu chuyện về khu phố tỷ phú tại San Francisco được đăng tải trên một tờ báo uy tín tại Việt Nam, khiến nhiều người không khỏi thích thú và tò mò về một trong những thành phố nổi tiếng hàng đầu thế giới. Với giá trung bình trên 1,12 triệu đô la Mỹ một căn, Pacific Heights là khu phố cư ngụ của rất nhiều nhà tỷ phú tài giỏi và nổi tiếng trong lĩnh vực công nghệ của thế giới. Khu vực được giới bất động sản gọi là phố tỷ phú này nằm trên đỉnh một ngọn đồi dốc ở phía bắc San Francisco, nước Mỹ. Đây không chỉ là nơi ngắm cảnh tuyệt vời, mà sự tập hợp của giới tỷ phú tại đây đã khắc họa bộ mặt quyền lực và giàu có của một thành phố đầy tiềm năng như San Francisco.
Xin chào đón quý vị đang tiếp tục theo dõi phần 2 của chương trình Đồng tiền thông minh số kỳ này, và chúng tôi vẫn đang trò chuyện với hai vị khách mời, đó là bà Cindy Chen, luật sư của công ty luật Phỏng Women Worldwide, công ty chuyên tư vấn và liên kết cơ hội kinh doanh đầu tư giữa Mỹ và các công dân toàn cầu, và ông Jason Brown là phó chủ tịch cao cấp phát triển kinh doanh của công ty Golden Gate Global, khu vực châu Á Thái Bình Dương, công ty hàng đầu trong lĩnh vực thu hút đầu tư nước ngoài. Continue our talk from the first part. Now. One of our very popular news agency in Vietnam has just released an article in which they mentioned about Pacific Heights, which is a street in San Francisco, right, where a lot of billionaires who own houses there. In a way, it means that it seems that San Francisco is now attracting many people who want to live there and to have a very good living environment. Is it what's really happening now, especially in the west of the U.S., Mr. Jason?
Absolutely. San Francisco is a magnet for both really smart people who want to invest in their own entrepreneurial companies, as well as people who want to work with and for great companies based up and down the Silicon Valley, San Francisco area. So I would say it's one of the top cities, if not the top city in America now for attracting talent.
And In the first part, you, Cindy, and Mr. Jason have already shared with us about the two investment projects in San Francisco. However, because we know that the global economy right now is quite unstable, and there are a lot of concerns about the potential crisis that's going to happen. So, as a representative of these two investment projects, what can you say about this, Cindy?
Well, I think as far as just California, I mean, Jason mentioned, I mean, the economy is actually exceedingly strong. You know, the Silicon Valley is the high-tech industry hub of the world. It's still, that's why there's a billionaires row. I mean, you know, people there are still doing very, very well. I'm actually originally from San Francisco. So I've been living there my entire life. The real estate market has never gone down. So I think if there's an area to invest in that is actually more secure than most other places in the world, I would say it would be California. Sacramento's the capital. You know, the industry certainly stems from Sacramento. Obviously the government and everything stems from Sacramento, California. So I think if one place is going to be a fairly secure location for anybody to make an investment, it would be these two particular areas.
But for Jason, how would you persuade the potential investments if they just bring up these concerns to you about the global?
I agree with Cindy in that the state of California is just very strong. But when you look at something like the Sacramento Kings basketball stadium, you've got the city of Sacramento that has invested over $200 million into the project. And then you have the NBA Sacramento Kings that have made an investment as well. And the portion of outside investment is small. It's less than 16% for the entire project. So when you look at making an investment in a company, you don't want to be the biggest part of the investment. You want to know that there's strong financial backers that are local. And you can't get any more local than the city of Sacramento or the city of San Francisco making the investments in both of these projects.
Hiện tại, dự án San Francisco Shipyard đã hoàn thành huy động vốn giai đoạn 6 từ các nhà đầu tư nước ngoài và tiến hành huy động vốn giai đoạn 7. Trong khi đó, khu phức hợp vui chơi giải trí, trung tâm thi đấu thể thao Sacramento Kings Golden One gồm trung tâm thi đấu đa năng Golden One với sức chứa hơn 2 triệu người sẽ khai trương và đưa vào hoạt động vào tháng 10 năm 2016. Đây sẽ là ngôi nhà mới của đội Sacramento Kings thuộc Hiệp hội bóng rổ nhà nghề tại Mỹ. Ngoài ra, khu đô thị vệ tinh sẽ bao gồm khách sạn cao cấp của tập đoàn Intercontinental, khu trung tâm mua sắm, tòa nhà văn phòng và nhà ở, đảm bảo giải quyết nhu cầu vui chơi mua sắm cho hơn 10 triệu người. Dự án đã nhận được sự hỗ trợ tài chính từ phía chính quyền thành phố với giá trị 223 triệu đô la Mỹ, tương đương 27% tổng vốn đầu tư. Chưa đầy 16% tổng vốn còn lại của dự án đang được kêu gọi từ nhà đầu tư nước ngoài, những người chắc chắn không chỉ có được lợi nhuận đầu tư mà còn thu về nhiều lợi ích kèm theo khi đầu tư vào nước Mỹ.
More about the financial side of it. Is there any numbers that you can mention about the, for example, the yielding from the investments, and investors can get like annually profit, or how it will work? Jason.
It's difficult to talk about yield of investment, and it's something that in America you can't publicly promise. But what we can promise is that it's a solid investment with high security. And the benefits, besides getting your money back, are all around the ability to visit to the United States and be able to be in the U.S. And so that's the positive that is not dollars and cents.
But is but is there any minimum, amount of investments that
Yes.
one individual investors would want to put in the projects?
In both of these projects, there's a minimum investment of $500,000. And that money is tied up in the project for 5 years. And that's a contractual obligation.
Okay, and about the legal side of it, Miss Cindy, because you have advised us that we should get the advice from the lawyer or from the professionals, and Thưa quý vị vẫn đang cùng chúng tôi theo dõi chương trình Đồng tiền thông minh và chúng ta đã dành nhiều thời gian để nói về những cơ hội cũng như những điều kiện đầu tư vào hai dự án tiềm năng đang được nhắc đến nhiều tại Mỹ và đặc biệt là tại thành phố San Francisco. Trên hết thì những nhà đầu tư sẽ được hưởng những quyền lợi gì từ những dự án này thì chúng ta cũng đã thảo luận, và trong phần tiếp theo của chương trình thì chúng tôi sẽ hỏi hai vị khách mời nhiều hơn về những lợi ích này. Welcome back again, Mr. Jason and Miss Cindy. Cindy, from your experience when you counsel people seeking investment opportunities in the U.S. And especially Vietnamese investors, are there any differences at all between the, what the Vietnamese investors would do compared to other investors from other countries?
I would say probably the biggest difference is, Vietnamese investors tend to, a lot of the impetus, their motivation is for the children. A lot of people want to make sure their children maybe have the opportunity to visit or maybe even attend school in the United States. So I think oftentimes, that is their driver. So oftentimes, they want to find a good opportunity for their kids to be able to have the American opportunity. I would say that's the biggest difference I see with Vietnamese investors.
And if with that motivation or the driver that you said, is there any difficulties in the process of making the investments?
No, it doesn't really change it, but this is just one vehicle that actually gives them that opportunity. There's a lot of other ways you can, just go to, visit the United States, but maybe not have the opportunity to go to school or do other things and have a little bit more opportunities to stay. And the investment gives them that expansion of the opportunity to stay in the United States. The children get the same benefits as the parents to be able to stay long term. And even attend school, health care, things like that go along with being able to be, have the ability to stay and remain in the United States.
Mr. Jason, Golden Gate Global is a leading foreign investment firm in the regional center in the U.S., where professionals give advices to potential investors. And regarding this specific two investment projects, can you share with us the detailed procedures that you would advise to the investors?
Well, you are right. I mean, Golden Gate Global is a government-approved leading regional center in the U.S., and that's something that we're very proud of. And people, when they make investments, they're looking for trust. They're looking to understand who they're investing in, who they're investing with, what they're investing into. And we try hard at Golden Gate Global to work with our investors one-on-one. We have a relationship that is here in Vietnam, and we work with a company called Orient and Pacific Vietnam, OPV.
Yes.
And OPV has a long history of working together with investors, providing the right information so that the investor can get through the process to fill out the source of funds documentation, to review the financials of the business that is being invested into. And in some cases, as required, they can organize a trip so that people can visit us at the Sacramento Kings basketball stadium or in San Francisco and see the homes that we're building.
Well, so Golden Gate Global and OPV has become strategic partners. So besides giving advices for the investment in the U.S., any other services that the OPV provides for, especially for Vietnamese people? Can you just elaborate on it?
Sure.
Just give us more information.
Yeah, Ms. Gam Ha is the CEO of Orient and Pacific Vietnam, and sometimes they're called OPV. And what Gam does is that she interviews the company to make sure that we're providing a valid investment opportunity. Then she provides that both in English and Vietnamese and goes through the documentation one-on-one with each of the investors. And then her team, which work together with her and have been working together with her for many years, work closely with Fragaman Worldwide so that all of the information is put together so that it goes through the proper channels and the proper process in the United States.
And the collaboration between Golden Gate Global, Fragment Worldwide, and OPV in Vietnam. So, so far, have you accomplished any of the investment projects at all? Can you just tell us more about that?
We have. We've been working together for almost 3 years, and there are a number of people that have worked together with us and have filed all the appropriate paperwork and invested in the United States. And as Cindy shared, most people from Vietnam are interested in their children living here, but also having an opportunity to have education in the United States. And there are tremendous advantages once you have the ability to be in the United States for a little while, where you can save great sums of money by being in a state college or state university. And so together we help people to look at it from a long-term view.
Well, and this has come to an end of our discussion today, but for Cindy, just to wrap up our discussion, if I was a potential investor and I have got all of the information that I need, but again, if I want to be confirmed about the potential investment, what would you say to me to, to make a clear side that I can strongly make a decision?
Well, the great thing about the United States is that, these types of investments are very transparent. It needs to be very clear to the investor. There's a lot of laws in the United States that protect investors, particularly foreign investors, because the U.S. wants to build trust. So there's the material's all there. So there's a lot of transparency. Investors need to ask good questions, do due diligence, trust their professionals, and really go through the exercise of being comfortable with the investment, whatever they pick.
Thank you, and Mr. Chase. And of course, there are a lot of other investment opportunities